Hi everybody! Teacher Caroline here, coming at you with a tour of my classroom. So first off, let me show you where my classroom is, because it's kind of tucked away. You see it? So first off, I apologize for all the random boxes. I am in the middle of moving. As you'll see, I have this little corner sort of tucked off in my bedroom, and that's where I have my whole classroom set up. Now, I don't use this corner for anything else, it's just the teaching. So you see I have my normal desk, the dish from lunch I haven't put away yet, my bulletin board, you know, it's a completely functioning room, yada da da dee, and then in the corner is this little secret hello. So, I have a yoga ball. I like to sit on this instead of a chair because I have scoliosis, so it just feels better. I can sort of wiggle around in it. I have my backboard. There's a little bin right here on the floor where I've got my iPad and headphones and lots of books. I'm trying to transition into using the iPad more often. So there's an outlet not far from here on the wall. I'm so sorry, it's so messy. But it's nice because I can charge that, and then I have my headphones right there too. They're a little bit bulky. They're gamer headphones, which are great sound, great microphone, but again, kind of bulky. And then back behind here I have a binder where I do my feedback worksheets. That's another thing I'm transitioning into doing. So, my desk itself, I've got my 2 lamps. I have a water bottle. I really recommend to have water nearby when you teach, and use a sports bottle in case, you know, you're moving around and it gets knocked over. On my laptop is, well, I should say under my laptop, use the right preposition, I have a cake stand. So I used to decorate cakes just for fun, and so I got this, and I haven't done that in a long time, but I realized that this actually works really well when I'm teaching, because as you see I can move my laptop or my phone, my iPad, whatever it may be. Oh, and I forgot to mention, when I teach my Palfish lessons, I use a pop socket to prop my phone up. So I'll actually tuck that on top of my computer, just like this, on top of my laptop. So I really like that because if I'm waiting for a free talk or something like that, or if I have notes on the lesson, I just have those printed up on my laptop, so I can just look directly, you know, underneath my phone. Now immediately underneath I have my drawer of props. So, where to begin with that? So very near to where I sit, I have all of my little paper props, the things I need to hold up, you know, right in front of my face, close to the camera. Oh, Paris! Do you like soccer? I've got my faces and emotions. Now something I did, whoops, on the back of all of these, I drew arrows so that when I'm holding this up for a child, I know which way is pointing up. Because again, when I'm looking at the camera, I'm only seeing this view. So that's been working really well. I've got my night and day. You notice I'm right by a window. So if I'm teaching the kids night and day, I really like asking them, what time is it there? And normally it's night. So I'll say, look, it's daytime, even though it's normally about 4 a.m. and the sun isn't even up. Let's see, different characters. I have a couple of hair binders and scrunchies in here, just at random, because it's terrible when I start teaching, and sometimes I get really warm, especially with the 2 lamps, so it's nice to just have those on hand. I've got my tiny flag. Oops, a little bit stuck. I've got a microphone. Now this is from back in the days when we had Rock Band. So we're not really playing that anymore, so I don't think anybody misses that, me having that in the drawer. Now the cord is about 7 feet long, so I don't know if you can see, but it's bunched up way back here. So it's actually nice because there's so much cord that it sits in there really snug. So I really like that. I have just enough length that I can hold it, you know, to show the kids, but then I tuck it back in here and I don't have to think about it. Put that away. I've got my letters, A through C. Sometimes when I have extra time, I'll go back and organize these. What else? A timer. Sometimes it's fun to time the kids doing different things. You can see that? Yeah, there we go. It's 15 seconds. I have an expired passport for when we do the travel lessons, a school bus, a hammer, all my whiteboard pens, a watch. Usually I forget to put this on. It doesn't even have a battery, but I love that watch. And then now for VIP Kid, I do a lesson where you have to teach the sentence, "The chicken lays an egg." And I hope it doesn't take too much imagination to realize why that's a really hard thing to draw. It very much looks like something else. So I have a little Kinder egg from a Kinder Surprise egg. So what I do is I go gawk, 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 and I drop it into my other hand. But then I realized it works just as well to use one of these little lip balms. Gawk, 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 gawk. See? It doesn't look like the other thing, so I'm very, very happy about that. Now, slightly bigger, bulkier props. I have my name board, and on the back it's my whiteboard. I learned today that the sides of a whiteboard do not work with dry erase markers, so that was fun. That'll be my project tonight. There's my USA map. I've got a football. I don't really use these things too often, to be quite honest, the football, that sort of thing. My main props would probably be my emotions faces, my globe for sure. I'll ask, "Where are you from?" and I really like spinning it. And I'll focus in on, "You're from China? Wow, I am from the USA." Or maybe if we're studying England, I'll go, "China, USA, England." As you can see, it doesn't always want to focus, but there we go. Please don't roll away. That's the worst thing, to have ball props. They always roll away. Especially this guy. He's my basketball from my basketball hoop. I'll show you that in just a second. It's hiding. I've got a couple of bandanas here. Sometimes when I wake up, 5-10 minutes before class, it's a really, really quick hairstyle. No one even needs to know. Got some alphabet cards, some animals. Although, to be honest, I only ever really use A through C, so I've tucked them all away. Here's my computer charger in case I need that. Let's just throw that away. I've got a scarf that I really like to keep on hand. Again, like with the with the headbands, it's a really easy way to spruce up my outfit if I just walk out here in my pajama shirt. Another thing, again with pajamas, I sometimes move around a lot and maybe the strap will stick out if I move around too much, so that's a really, really good way to combat that. I made that mistake one too many times, and it's very, very awkward to sit in front of a child and have to be adjusting that, so woo! I have a lei. This is from the dollar store. I don't use this very much. The only time I really use that is either to teach colors or the word flower. So I've got these two, also from the dollar store. Got a school bus, a truck, more hair binders. My dad the other day brought me some chocolates, and so I hid them in here as a sort of pick-me-up. Let's see. Sometimes it's nice to have snacks at the ready, but to be honest, I try and avoid this because I'm not disciplined. I'm surprised these are even here, because normally when I do this, I was going to shoot this video last night, so I brought some of these up, and I ate them just watching YouTube, so I'm useless at that. I have no discipline. This is a trophy. Sometimes I'll hold it up for the kids. I won this in 1999, so ooh, slow shot of the trophy. Good job, me. I had to drink about 500 Capri Suns, my mom liked to say. Let's see, here's a pop socket I've been meaning to put up for my phone. And then I have some random pictures of food. I don't use these very often except for the cheeseburger. That's a great one because it's bigger than my face. That makes the kids laugh a lot. And let's see, another prop that looks like bread. So there we have it for my drawer. Just gonna try and close that. So yay, I cleaned this off for YouTube. It is messy again. Oh well. So now getting to the actual space, I've got my backboard. Now you'll notice I have some props tucked up here. I've got my dog, got my puppet, a pinwheel. Originally I was keeping these, well, basically everything in a 3-tiered IKEA shelf, but I'm currently using that as a bedside table. So Where was I going to put these guys? Well, I had them on my bed. I tried putting them in here, but that didn't really work. And then I realized, hold on a second, this fits just fine, and then you can't even see it. Aha! Let's see. Here's a card made one of my dear students from France. It was a thank you, so that was really lovely. I like to keep it there as a reminder, you know, if I have a long day, I really like to look at that, and it just calms me down and makes me feel really good. I've got a USA map. I've got a poster from the dollar store, the alphabet. This school bus I drew, and my banner I made out of wrapping paper. So I traced, well, I cut out these letters, and then I traced around that to really make it pop. Now all of this is connected to the wall with command strips, so I can take this on or off as I please. Because I use the command strips as well, I could position this where this wall of it would be really sort of jammed up against this window frame. So again, it's not damaging the wall, the command strips just pull right off, but it keeps this pretty solid, which means I can keep my reward pan right here. If you're curious to see how I made the classroom backboard, I took some shipping boxes from the post office. Now originally I wanted to take one, cut off one side and have that open up like a trifold, but I found it actually wasn't wide enough for the space, so I took a second one and then just jammed them together with packing tape. And then I used command strips and lots of packing tape again. You can see I've had some reparations, but overall it looks pretty good. The wrapping paper is held up, and you can't tell the difference on camera. So now I've got an extra whiteboard. This was an impulse buy at Office Depot last summer, and I'm so glad I got it. It's so handy because, as you see, there's a little magnet. So I can do that for rewards or to say hello to all of you. And then now behind this guy, I've got my basketball hoop. So this is another dollar store investment, if you will. And I have to say it was worth the investment. I don't know if you can tell, but I like crafting. However, probably could not pull something like this off, so that was definitely worth it. I wanted to have a reward pan, or what would you even call this, a vessel, that I could easily take off of the wall, so that way at the end of a lesson I can hold it up for the students really close and really count, you know, wow, 5 soccer balls. Now speaking of rewards, I'm going to go sit on my spot now. Here's the view from my desk. That's not a real dog. That's meant for Goodwill, it's a robot. Goodwill, good lord, what is that? Here's my laptop that I use for VIP Kid with my notes on what to tell you about. Here's my bottle of water. Underneath my desk I have magnets and magnetic reward systems. So again, in the lesson I'm talking to the kid, I'm trying to be really active. I reach right down here, good job, I hold it up to the camera, we high five, and it goes right there. So that's really handy to just have those at the ready, especially because I'm trying to juggle a high five and clicking the mouse to do a star or clicking on my phone. What else? I got my mouse pad. My desk came with a cup holder, so I taped over that because I noticed when I would use the mouse it would kind of dip. So I altered my desk. That's okay though. I bought it with my own money. I can do what I want. I'm so sorry. I'm so tired. Next to the window, I've got some extra rewards. So sometimes when I teach them about the USA, I'll do American Animals rewards. So that's where these tiny magnets come in. I'll just steal one of them and put them on the rewards board. I've got some washi tape that I forgot to pick up. Extra snacks. So with online teaching, you have to get up super early, right? And normally I'm really tired, at least for the first lesson. I can fake it through the first lesson, but then I'm quite hungry, so I'm trying to eat more fruit, less granola bars, less candy, things like that. This is also really helpful because the kids typically know the word apple and banana, and plus I get to practice colors, so that's something I do a lot. And it's just nice to have that on hand and to be forced to have a healthy option. I've got some hand sanitizer, and I keep my vitamins here as well. So normally in the morning I'll teach one class, maybe 1 or 2 classes, and then I have a break. I just realized I'm holding up a thing of vitamins and sanitizer. What's better to look at? I don't know. So I just like to keep this here. It's a reminder to have it every day. So that works out. What else can I tell you about? Let's see. My room. Sorry about the boxes. You see my classroom, my desk. I think that's, oh, I'll tell you how I do my feedback. So, again, next to right here, I've got my books that I like to read if there's extra time, my iPad, my headphones, just to keep those safe and out of the way. And then I have a binder that I use for my feedback. So, this is a page I found from the site Well Ella. It's all about it's all about bullet journaling. It's super cool. And I have this pen, which was a gift from some teacher friends. And so every day I have it color coded, right? Orange is VIP Kid, blue is Palfish. So you'll see my schedule changes from the day, from the week. But I love this because I can adapt my schedule. You know, most planners, it either has a set time or, you know, whatever. Most people do not work at 4 in the morning, only crazy people do that. So I had to find one I could customize, and Well Ella was awesome. I've been a fan of her site for a while, and I just messaged, have you got anything with adjustable times I teach online? And she actually made this up right for me. So I apologize, it does not look nearly as pretty as anything that she makes, because I'm writing this all so fast, right? We only have about 5 minutes between our lessons. So I use a sort of shorthand, you know, P, I know is my student Peter. I put a smiley if generally they did a good job. Maybe in my feedback I just say he had a great attitude. That's a really nice sort of catch-all if they did pretty well overall. Free talk, yes. So I remember, like, I take notes, right, afterwards. There was a man who wanted to talk about parents and children in America. I make notes on what they can improve. Pronunciation of computer. ER, pronunciation of colonies. Edison, he is such a cool student. So we were talking about ants, right? And we were talking about the word colony, and he says, hey, the USA used to be a colony. And I go, that's right. Did you know that Canada used to be too? What? So that was fun. So again, I color code. Orange is VIP Kid, blue is Palfish, red is now YouTube because I'm loving this project so much, and then black is just regular stuff, my day-to-day, so I'm loving that. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and you found it helpful, please hit like and hit subscribe. I put up new content every single week, and I'm so happy you're here. And please feel free to ask me anything. I really love talking about online teaching. I'll also put links to Well Ella if anybody's interested in finding that planner sheet. I found it really helpful, and it's just a free download, so I'd definitely check it out. Goodbye!